Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have the Adjustment card, or Justice card. It's some Libra energy. This card sometimes talks about connections, contracts, agreements, relationships of a more professional nature. Let's put it into some context, though, shall we? We've got a 2. Oh, we've got a Tower. Empress, 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Pentacles, sure, and, oh, interesting, the Prince of Cups. This is, this is interesting. I feel like we're involved in some sort of business, some sort of relationship. It might, see, we've got this Empress here, and this is throwing me off a little bit. So let's check. Well, first of all, let's select the mystery card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this will help us out at the end. We'll put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Now, if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your answer in the comment section, okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Let's exercise our intuition, all right? Okay, now let's take a look around the room here. We've got major, a lot of major arcana. This is something that is very heavy. This has a lot of very impactful life path energy to it, okay? Very significant in your overall spiritual evolution. It may seem like it's something that's just kind of small or localized, or it's just one relationship out of many in your life, right? So let's see, we've got fire. Really the only water here is at the end, interestingly. And we've got our air, we've got our earth. So it's fairly balanced. I guess let's talk about this first, and then we can kind of go on from here about what exactly is going on here. So with this Libra energy, this Justice or Adjustment card, crossed by the 2 of Wands, there's some sort of conflict going on it's a relationship that you have that it feels professional. It feels like there's some sort of an agreement, some sort of a business thing there. It could be roommates, it could be a marriage even, but we're not really talking about the emotional side of things, right? A little bit at the end, but that not really. So I almost feel as if we're trying to keep our emotions out of it. We're trying to be more professional, more reasonable, more logical, more fair, balanced. And I think that whatever is going on here, it's almost as if someone's not pulling their fair share of the weight, right? Someone's not contributing fully. It could be that you're in business with a friend, a family member, a spouse, maybe. Okay. I'm kind of thinking family here. We have that Empress back there in the past position. Doesn't mean it's in the past, but this is something that's behind everything. But this might not have to do with the nature of this relationship. It could really be your will, right, with this Empress energy, that what you are trying to do is provide, is grow the life, be the be the caregiver, be the one who creates abundance for you, for your loved ones, your pets, your plants, your people. Especially when we look at the Wheel of Fortune card in the environment, we're trying to basically we're trying to grow or start a business, and we're trying to grow it, right? I think that there's something like that. And there's not a lot of pentacles here either. Okay, so it's hard to really pinpoint what your focus is on. But I feel as if you're trying to do what's going to be good for everyone. You're trying to do something that will take care of everyone. And then of course we've got all this fire energy down the middle. Like, well, look at this. This is frustrating, I think, to you, because there's this fire cutting right in the middle of your path. This is your path, and in fact, if we, maybe we can just turn over some of these cards, because I want to show you this. I want to show you what's going on here. That one we need. The path that you're on. This was your intention, right? To build something, to grow something, to create an environment where everybody can be taken care of, right? This is something that's meant to nurture everyone, to heal everyone, to provide a life for everyone that matters to you, right? And to do that, you need cooperation. You need justice and adjustment, right? You need certain actions, certain decisions to take precedent over other decisions, right? You need priorities. You need things to be balanced in a way that's going to foster the most kind of growth and the right kind of success of this Empress, the impulse of this Empress, okay? And to do that, you need peace of mind. You need confidence and trust in everyone else who is involved here. Okay, I think it maybe is one particular person. They may be a Scorpio person, just kind of an offhand comment here. But this is what you need. And this path, this flow of energy is either going to lead to wonderful success, Wheel of Fortune, growth, expansion, just wealth and success beyond your wildest dreams, right? I mean, just super, super abundant. Or it's going to fail miserably, right? And it all depends on this flow of energy. And this is your plan. You've got the Four of Swords. You've got a plan. You need everybody to trust in the plan. You need to be able to rely on other people. And to do that, then you're going to really get into this Wheel of Fortune energy, right? So this path here can really end in one of two ways. Wonderful success, great success, or miserable failure. Okay? If that isn't pressure enough, now we're opening up this fire energy. And it's like a lightning bolt that's right in the middle of the road. And you're just like, well, why? Why does there have to be this conflict? What is the purpose of this? You're driving your car smoothly on the freeway, and you're gonna take the right exit to get to success, and then suddenly there is a lightning strikes the ground right in front of you, and we've got to twist and turn, and now we're like all over the road, right? It's kind of an unnecessary disruption in this smooth path, right? So when we see the Two of Wands, it's like there is this conflict. There is this friction between you and this person, business partner, maybe a Scorpio person, family member, business partner kind of thing. They may not be a Scorpio. I don't mean to throw Scorpio under the bus. But now there is this friction between the two of you, and in your mind, it's like, do we really need this? We're doing something really amazing here. We have the potential to get riches beyond our wildest dreams, and yet here we are, bickering and fighting and arguing about the little stuff. It may not seem like little stuff. But this, I think, it's a personal issue. See, we kind of have on these two paths, we have business kind of flowing this way, but then we throw in this personal stuff, personal needs, personal opinions, the personal nature of the relationship. We've got a Three of Wands up here. And I think that this is kind of representing the other force here, the other person, perhaps, and where they're coming from. You know, they see what you're doing, they respect what you're doing, and they like it, you know. But at the same time, they have to be authentic in themselves, and they have to be true to what they need and what they want in their lives. They can't sacrifice everything that they feel or need or think or will for the sake of this business. So I think that they have issues that they need to express, right? And there's not a lot of room for that dialogue here, because it's kind of all business going this way. You know, and when we see the Four of Swords, it's all business. It's almost like, I don't have time to talk. I don't want to have this discussion or this debate. I've got stuff to do, right? It's like you're driving in the car on the freeway and everyone's trying to talk to you. And you're saying, no, I'm on a mission. I'm focused. I'm driving. Now's not the time to have a heated discussion, right? When you're driving a car here, you want to make sure you take the right exit and you get off here, rather than losing your way and ending up here. So the way that you feel about it, in my impression, is that it's very disruptive. And here's that tower energy down beneath everything. This is kind of like, why does there have to be this disaster? Why are we having this fight, this conflict? Why can't everybody just do what I need them to do so that we can follow my plan to success? Everything else doesn't matter, because what you're doing has this noble intent. It's meant to provide a abundant, lucrative, flourishing, prosperous life for yourself and your loved ones, your family, your business. And this might not be a family thing, right? Whoever it is. Whatever the nature of the relationship is with this person, or it could be a group of people too, but I don't feel like it's a group. I think it's one particular person that I think you do have a personal relationship with them, but for some of you, maybe not. Okay. But the issue is that this fire energy is really unwanted right now. And it's kind of a countdown. It's kind of a 3, 2, tower moment. And the tower moment is just this feeling that what we're doing, this business that we're doing, this plan of action, this road trip that we're on, is kind of fragile, right? So by adding in all of this unnecessary personal tension, personal needs, all that kind of stuff, is really threatening to disrupt the whole thing, right? It seems like it's a very delicate thing you're doing, right? And I guess this is always the case when we go into business with family, right? Or when we try to do the business, the personal and professional kind of mingling, it's difficult to separate the two. And the two will kind of cross paths, like we see here with this fire coming across all of this wonderful, it's very interesting, even the color scheme, with the blues and greens and yellows going this way. And then we've got, the reds and yellows into the black, right? And so it's kind of like, if we're on this path, we're going to get here. If we can stay on this path, we're going to be here. And it's very volatile right now. Very volatile right now. Now, I think that we've talked about that. Let's move to the path of the serpent. Oh, with the Tower card. I forgot to mention with the Tower card that this is not beyond your apprehension or comprehension, okay? You know that there are deeper needs here in this situation. So with this Tower moment, thinking that everything's going to just kind of blow up, there is one benefit to that, and that is that you will see the truth and speak the truth. And now this is a card that says, maybe let's not let it get to that point, right? If this whole situation comes to a head, and there is this kind of abrupt blow up, yeah, you will see things more clearly, and you will speak your truth, but it will be very turbulent, okay? So perhaps we need to relieve some of this pressure through conversations through a little bit of acceptance. And maybe we'll see some of that on the path of the serpent. But I wanted to point out the eye and the mouth of that card. Because a Tower moment will always show you what you're supposed to see and will allow you to speak from that place of just kind of raw truth, right? Let's go to the path of the serpent now. And as I do this, I'd like to ask that you hit the like button, leave a comment for me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, okay? Especially if this is resonating with you. Now back to business. Star energy. General energy is the star. Now the star is very much like the Empress that we kind of started with. I think the star is talking about your sense of destiny. Your sense of this is what you were meant to do, and this is intensely meaningful and personal to you. And yes, it is. I believe that. And I believe that you are trying to channel your destiny out to the rest of the world. Okay? With this star energy. I feel as if a necessary step on this path is kind of the learning experience of how to deal with the lightning while you're driving, right? It's easy to drive straight to our destination when the roads are clear, when the weather's good and there's no potholes, no obstacles, no other cars, nothing going on. It's just smooth, clear, calm highways, right? But you get some rain, some thunder, some lightning. You get some other people, some other motorists on the road. You get some explosions going off. You get some trees falling over. You get some potholes appearing. Then it really takes a lot more skill, a lot more focus, a lot more attention, right? So I think that this is part of it. I think that you're on a very good path. You're on a very good road. But there is this sense of needing to deepen your awareness of the situation. You're perhaps a little tunnel vision, right? And the road may look really clear when we're looking at it like this, but if we remove the blinders, then we can see everything in the periphery that's going on that we might not, maybe we know it's there, right? But we're trying to just stay focused, okay? So, we've got that star energy. This is a destiny. This is a life path for you. Whatever you're doing, if it's a business, a creative endeavor, an artistic collaboration, whatever. It is your destiny. You're on the right road. You're definitely on the right road. It's a road that leads to intense success and riches beyond your wildest dreams, right? The most amazing success that you've ever had, that you ever dreamed of, is yours. You're going to achieve this, okay? But looking at things from the bottom of the path of the dove, if you could see right here how I'm looking, if you look up this road here, there is the potential to gain all of this, but then what if we lose it all? What if what we gain is not the complete picture? What if, see, it's easy to see things from this other perspective. Going this way on the path, right? You can see it very, very logical, very linear. Do these things, and we either go here or we go here. That's it. Those are the two choices. You have there's a fork in the road, and you've got to take whichever turn. But when you're coming up this way, right? We get the star energy. We get this sense of destiny. We get all of this success. What we don't see is that maybe this failure is coming after. Maybe this is a failure to really find the deeper significance in what we're doing. Maybe it's a failure to connect with the people in our lives that matter to us because we're so focused on this path of success. So, what I think here is it's not about having to choose between this business or this creative endeavor either succeeding or failing. I think you're going to succeed, but how do we avoid the pitfalls of that success? How do we, with this kind of wild success that I think you're driving toward, how do you avoid the pitfalls of, losing authenticity, which is this card, losing connection with yourself, losing connection with your loved ones, losing the sense of a deeper emotional kind of experience, right? We don't see a lot of water on the table. So I feel like there's a need for more of this emotional energy in here, a deeper connection with what you're doing, who you're doing it with, why you're doing it. All right, I think these are some of the pitfalls. Now, we don't want the failure. That's why this card's in this position. We don't want our business to fail, obviously, right? That's a little too on the nose. But this is also the obstacle, because this card is sort of representing us being blinded by the success that we can't see the other things that might be missing from our lives. You almost can't even see it on the camera. The card just kind of looks black, right? You can't see that there are things missing. And that's what we need to work on. Yeah, you're going to be rich and successful, let's say, right? Fortune and fame, fortune and glory right here. But you have to be aware of what is missing and how to include these in your aspirations, right? Because that's part of this star. That's part of this destiny, is you becoming a whole star, right? Not half a star, not a dark star, but being fully illumined. And that's the nature of the Prince of Cups, okay? This is someone that is trying to be authentic. This is someone that is trying to have their external life, their expression, really match who they are. You're trying to live your truth, speak your truth, trying to connect with people on a real way. Right? It's almost as if with this card there is the surface level connections that it's a defense thing where we just kind of mirror what other people are feeling, and we're keeping what's important to us hidden and locked away, keeping ourself, right? Our soul is kind of in here and with the air, right? Is air of water. With all of this water energy around it, it's almost like we are trying to insulate ourselves from the emotional connection, from the real spiritual connections with other people, by just kind of mirroring the emotions, mirroring the vibe of the people around us, mirroring that sort of thing. Reflecting back, what the world is giving us as a way of keeping our air, which is the spirit, right? Keeping the air energy inside as like a little bubble, keeping it protected. Now, it's not going to be affected by anything going on outside. And I think that's kind of it's a bit of a Cancer methodology, I think. I'm a solar Cancer. I don't know if I said that. This reading resonates with me. So this is us reminding ourselves, essentially, that we have to live authentically. We have to be who we are. We have to let ourselves out, right? We have to let the Holy Spirit out and be authentically who we are. Right? Feel the way we feel and allow ourselves to connect with people. I think it's a defense where maybe we want to connect with people, but we've maybe forgotten how, maybe we're scared, maybe there's too much risk, maybe there is so much focus on this path that we're on, this path toward great success, that we are not yet ready to risk all of that success for the sake of our connections and our relationships. So very interesting, this card. I'm going to look at the mystery card, though. I'll see if that maybe can bring us to a sense of wholeness, a sense of being in touch with ourselves, and understanding kind of what else is very important to us, right? Because right now it feels like it's just this central horizontal path. And we want to make sure we turn the right way. So, Chariot card. Chariot card. Or water energy, generally. Maybe a 6 of cups. 9 or a 10 of cups would be beautiful right now. We need that water energy, right? But I feel like we need the Chariot more. We need to understand who we are, what we want, what else we want. in our lives. Yeah. I'm voting Chariot here. Let me switch the camera. Go ahead and put your answer down in the comment section. I'm going to have a sip of my vitamin water stuff here. All right. Chariot card. Chariot card. That's what we need. We need to be fully in control of ourselves. We need to have that confidence that we're going in the right direction, and that we know ourselves, we know what we want. And yeah, maybe you don't want relationships, maybe you don't want connections. We have to be confident in who we are. We have to be authentic. Okay? And we're all different. And we all want different things. And each of our own unique ideas of what success means, what connection means, what deeper emotional bonds mean to us, we're all different. We're all different. Okay? So this is interesting. This is kind of the car too that you're driving, right? This is your vessel. This is the car on the highway. And you have to be confident that your car and you as the driver can handle bumps in the road, obstacles, trees falling, power lines, the storm, the lightning, all this stuff, right? Like I said, you may be a very good driver when the weather's nice and the road's nice and smooth. But when there is disruption, when there is obstacles, when there is unexpected things, we really have to pay attention. We've got to trust in our instincts. We've got to trust the horses, the sphinxes. We've got to trust the chariot has good tires. We've got to trust that we know how to maneuver and that we can react and respond in a way that is natural and productive. So I like this. I think this is a very good confirmation card. And I think that as the time goes on here, we'll learn more about what we want, and we'll start being more open to that, and not be under this impression that this particular obstacle is going to completely ruin everything, right? Not to be confused and think that on our trip we either go to success or we go to failure, and it's almost as if going to the success, you have to necessarily leave these things out, leave these connections out, these relationships, these other needs and desires don't get fulfilled. So it's not an either or. We can have all of it. We can be whole and complete. You know what I mean? Let's do an extended reading. Click on the link in the corner if you want to watch the extended. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Cancer, but for every sign. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Check back in Tuesdays and Saturdays for your next Cancer reading. In the meantime, check your other placements. All right. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.